There are people who are in the habit of selling what does not belong to them. So the question now is, when a person who is not the owner of a property sells to another person, is that person getting a good title from such a seller? Let's get right into it and find out what the law is saying. So there is this principle of law that says, nemo dat quod non habet. You cannot give what you do not have. So you cannot sell what is not your own property. So if you are a person selling something to another person who is not actually you are not the owner, that person is not getting ownership. The person is not getting good title from that thing that he or she is buying from you. So except where you have sought the consent of the owner of that property, you sought consent and you obtained consent. Anybody who gets that property, who buys that property from you, gets a good title. If we go a step further to look at another concept called market overt, which is a normal open market that is recognized, it is operational. Products bought in such, or goods bought in such a marketplace, especially when the person that is buying in such market overt is acting in good faith and is not aware of any defect in title on the part of the person that is selling, the law says the person will get a good title. Note the condition there. The person is buying it in good faith. He is not also aware that there is defect in title at the instance of the person that he's buying from. So, which means if you know that this person is not the rightful owner of this property and you go ahead to buy that property, you cannot get a good title. So it is always advisable you get your legal counsel, you get a lawyer to do due diligence for you, do the proper investigation for you on your behalf so that you don't fall victim. Some people go as far as selling family property, family land that the whole family is using for farming purposes. They go and sell it. Now I have this situation where a man sold a family land, vast family land, for a little amount of money. The luck they have is that they are able to have negotiations with the man. They had a mediation process that we were able to resolve. Now, the man does not have a good title because the person who sold to him fraudulently sold that property to him. According to the man who sold the property, he said he went to defend the land on behalf of the family and then he got into trouble. So, but when he went back to the family to notify the family what he was going through because of his defense over the land, that the family did not render any help to him. So he went ahead and sold the property, the land, the family land, in order to solve the problem that he was going through. Now the question is, does this buyer have valid title transferred to him as a result of such fraudulent sale? The answer is no. So now we are in the process of retransferring that land back to the family. But though he's requesting for the exact price that he paid for that land, and the family is ready to make that refund. Okay, the family is ready to make that refund. But this is exactly what happens in reality.